Let's hope this works. Okay, so 6th period, I plan on working the 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, etc. problems, multiples of 3. Previous videos already have 1, 4, 7, ... 2, 5, 8, ... The 1, 4, 7 video glitched out toward the end, so the last couple problems in that set are not on there. But you could also see Mrs. Murray's videos as well. So lots of resources today if you want to check your answers. Again, with the weird testing situation, we wanted to put as much out there as possible. You can make use of it however you like. Okay, number 3. And by the way, just the way they fell, 3rd period, that was a hard set of problems. 1, 4, 7 was a hard set of problems. 4th period had an easy set of problems. So I don't know what 6th period holds. Let's find out. Number 3. The function f is given by log base 2 of log base 3 of x, which of the following is an expression for the inverse of f. Again, the -1 doesn't mean flip it over. It means inverse. And inverse means change the x and the y. So I'm just going to rewrite that as x equals log base 2 of log base 3 of y. So what do I do to start solving this thing for y? I'm going to fishhook this thing. So it's not log of 2 plus log of 3, like where you could multiply or add or split them up. The only way I'm going to untangle this is do the fishhook thing. So 2 to the x equals log base 3 of y. And then I can fishhook again. 3 to the 2 to the x, that's kind of weird, equals y. So that feels like a weird answer, but there it is. Answer choice B. 3 to the 2 to the x equals y. Several of the questions use that fishhook idea as like the main concept to get there. Number 6. The function f is given by f of x equals log of x. Which of the following could be the inverse? Again, another inverse question. The inverse of f. So y equals log base 3, x equals log base 3 of y, that would be the inverse. If I switch x and y. And if I fishhook that, 3 to the x equals y. So I start looking to see which of these graphs is y equals 3 to the x. Well, it's definitely not A. That looks like x cubed. Maybe you draw your own 3 to the x graph, if you know what it looks like. Something like that. So I don't know what D is, but it's not that. So B or C, which means I got to look more carefully here. Plot some points maybe. If x is 0, y is 1. 3 to the 0 is 1. That point is on both of them, so that didn't really help. If I plug in 1, 3 to the 1 is 3. 1, 3. Whoops, I don't think that's right for B. 1, 3 is right for C. So I guess as with most multiple choice questions, you can usually quickly throw out 2 of them and then a little more work to figure out the right answer. But again, the main point of that one was the fishhook to change it from a log to an exponent. Oh, I didn't say this earlier. Please stop me if we hit one that's like complicated or confusing. Don't let me just cruise right through it like it's easy. Ask questions if you need them. Number 9. What are all the values of x for which natural log of x cubed minus natural log of x equals 4? Oh, I think this is a combine problem, right? If I'm subtracting, then I can combine. Write it like that. So that's a property of log thing. And then the fish hook, e to the fourth equals x squared. So x equals plus or minus e squared, and I square root both sides. Okay. Well, there's answer choice B, but answer choice C threw out the negative. So even if I forgot to think about that, surely looking at the answer choices makes me pause and think, wait a minute, what about negative? And I suppose I might think, well, this one's there for the people who forgot to include the plus or minus. But I wonder if it's there because I can't log a negative number, so I have to throw out the negative one. So it's only the e squared. That's one where if you forget the plus or minus, you might get the right answer because you made a mistake. If you remember the plus or minus, then you got to remember to check to throw out the negative. Question? Got it? Number 12. Which of the following is the inverse of the function? Switch x and y. Given by, okay, well, let's switch x and y, and then we'll solve for y. Okay, a lot of pieces going on to this one. I want to get y by itself. Eventually I'll fishhook, but I can't do that yet. So let's start peeling off the pieces. A couple things at once here. Subtract the 1, divide by 4. And I can, whoops, don't subtract the 1, add the 1 to get it over. Looking at my answer choices, I see some things that look like they might be right. Fish hook, 2 to the x plus 1 over 4 equals y plus 3. 2 to the x plus 1 over 4 minus 3. So answer choice D. (15) The function f is given by f of x equals log base 2 of x. Which of the following is equivalent to f of 7? So f of 7 is log base 2 of 7. And of course that's not one of my answer choices. So, figure out what to do here. Well, this is a change of base formula, and just feel like there have been lots of questions about this today. Log base a of b is the same thing as log of b over log of a. And in fact, you can use whatever base you like. Be silly and use base pi. Like, it doesn't matter what base you use. You can change the base. And it's not hard to like visually memorize because the b stays in the top, the a goes to the bottom. Use whatever log you like. So we would never use pi, but that's to illustrate that it doesn't matter which base you use. So back to number 15. Looking at my answer choices. Answer choice D would be it. If you use log base 7, that's fine. So it could have been log base 7 of 7 over log base 7 of 2. That would be right. Log base 10 of 7 over 2 would have worked, not 2, and 7. So that's called the change of base formula. Used a couple other times in the review as well. Number 18. The function f is given by log base 10 of x. The function g is given by log base 10 of x cubed. I'm just rewriting them because that's a lot of words. Which of the following describes the transformation for which the graph of g is the image of f? It's the image of the graph. So how do I get from f to g? Well, this is, I think, inviting me to put that 3 down front. That's where all those 3 comes from. 3 log base 10 of x. So, to get from f to g, looks like we multiply by 3 and multiply on the outside, so that's a vertical thing, not a horizontal thing. And we're multiplying by 3, so a vertical dilation of 3. So it stretches it out vertically by 3. (21) Function f is logarithmic, and the points 2, 1, and 4, 2 are on the graph of f in the xy plane. Which of the following could define f of x? So this is kind of just plug them in and see what works. I don't think I want to come up with the equation. I think I just want to plug them in and see which one of these works. So log base 4 of 2. That means 4 to something equals 2. 4 to the 1/2, so he's out. B. 2 log base 2 of 2. Log base 2 of 2 is 1, but 2 times 1 would be 2, and we're trying to go for 1 here, so B's out. C, if I plug in 2 log base 4 of 2. Okay, I'm thinking fishhook, right? I don't really think logs, I think fishhooks. So 4 to what equals 2? That'd be 4 to the 1/2. And 2 times 1/2 is 1. Okay, so maybe on C, I would need to check the other one. So I either check D to see if it doesn't work, or check the other one, the other point for point C, for answer C. I think I'm going to check the other one, see if it works. 2 log base 4 of 4. Let's see, log base 4 of 4 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So yes, C works. So yeah, that one, just the way it's arranged and worded, just plug in the points and see what works and what doesn't. The function f is given by 2 log base 5 of x. Which of the following describes f? Well, I know what a log graph looks like. Let's see, because if I plug in 1, I get 0. Log of 1 is 0. So I know it looks like that. Now I'd have to be careful about the 2's and the 5's if I wanted more detail. But I look at my answer choices, and it's all about increasing and decreasing. So the 2's and the 5's, that just changes like how steep this is. So I don't think it matters, the 2 and the 5. Right? Like, so maybe it's more like this or more like this, but like those all have the same basic shape. So it's an increasing function. Yep. It is not a decreasing function. Logs increase. Increases at an increasing rate or increases at a decreasing rate? Ooh. So it's definitely always increasing, but what is the rate doing? So is it A or is it B? It's B, right? It's increasing, but not at an increasing rate. Increasing at an increasing rate would be something like exponential. Increasing at a decreasing rate, that's what's going on here. Again, question or the answer choices aren't difficult as long as you know what the graph looks like, even reasonably so.